Hi, in this episode, we're going to talk about Firewalld. This is the firewall management tool for modern Linux distributions. This provides an easy way to manage your firewall rules. Some of the key features that you'll find in Firewalld is the concept of zones. This is a predefined set of rules for specific network conditions, such as when you're working at home, when you're in a public network, or when you're at your work network. It also has features such as permanent and runtime configurations. So it supports temporary changes as well as persistent changes to the firewall rules. It can allow specific traffic based on services, ports, or even protocols. And you can update the rules without actually having to restart the service, ensuring minimal disruption. It's also backwards compatible and works with things like IP tables or NF tables for those of you who are using more legacy-based firewall rules. So a Firewalld zone is, again, a different level of trust based on certain network conditions. And the zones you might find and configure with Firewall are drop zone, where all incoming connections are simply dropped. There's the block zone, where incoming connections are rejected with a specific error. There's the public zone, which is suitable for untrusted public area. In here, only selected incoming connections will be allowed and the rest will be rejected. And of course, you have other zones such as home, work, or office, or even trusted zones where all incoming connections are accepted. So based on the zones, you can configure your network interface to allow certain services and certain traffic in certain zones, and to have a completely separate configuration in another zone. This is promoting the flexibility that actually Firewalld has. In this upcoming lab, we're going to explore more about Firewalld and how you can use it to manage network traffic on your Linux server. Please stay tuned. In this episode, we're going to talk about Firewalld. Firewalld is the firewall management tool for modern Linux distributions. It gives us an easy-to-use interface to be able to manage our firewall. So let's go ahead and actually see if we have access directly to firewall configuration. It's actually a tool we'll have to install. Let's go ahead and do that. Just so you have an idea that, of course, this tool does have a graphical interface. Very user-friendly, easy to use way of configuring your firewall, whether that is by your different services you want to enable, different ports you want to add, different protocol, source ports, port forwarding, ICMP filters, managing different interfaces on different zones, and just an overall configuration. These are the different zones you can configure based on services and IP sets. Of course, Firewalld can be disabled through Systemctl, as it is a part of the system. So of course, if I am the root user, I can actually manage the Firewalld configuration, again, through the command line. Systemctl status will show us the current configuration, will show us that it's currently loaded, and actually the firewall service, we can read more about it in this file. These are the preset values for this service. We can read documentation here, look at the process ID, how many tasks are running, how much memory it's taking, and CPU usage, and the very few messages that this service has logged. So this is the Firewalld firewall daemon as it comes to the Linux systems. You can see that it works through the concept of zones, which allow you to run various configuration based on certain compliance when you're at work, or certain sort of compliance when you're in public, however you want to set up your system to manage the firewall. That's it for this episode. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.